So now let's talk about continuing education. Continuing education is super important for your career's future, and it holds the key to individual development and personal motivation. It's going to teach you new trends and techniques from top artists in the industry. It is absolutely invaluable. So, whenever you get into a salon, make sure that they are offering continuing education, or be prepared to track that stuff down yourself. So, continuing education is going to give you knowledge and confidence, but it's also going to provide you the best opportunity to advance your career and achieve real success. Hairdressing is an ever-changing profession, and education will keep you current with trends, the latest innovations, and newest techniques. Your clients come to you expecting and deserving a knowledgeable professional, and if you are not able to fulfill their needs, chances are they will not return. That is the truth, and it hurts. It hurts, because if you're not keeping up with stuff, your guests, some of them, they're going to fall into the old habit. They're going to get the same haircut that they've had for the last 20 years, which means that's perfect. They don't want to change. They don't want you to change. And you'll get to keep them. But guess what? Those guests, they're going to have kids. Those kids, they're going to turn into adults. And on that road to becoming an adult, they are going to try every new trend. Every single one that pops up. And so if you can't keep up with that, then you're losing your next generation of clientele. So there's tons of career paths that you can take for cosmetology. So first, there's a hair color specialist. So this could be the specialist and trainer within your salon, or even for a product manufacturer. So if you want to get in with JPMS, that's John Paul Mitchell Systems, then you could become an educator on our hair color line for salons, which is really cool. And in order to do that, you don't actually have to have an educator license, because you'd be teaching already licensed people. You only need an educator license if you're going to be teaching non-licensed people. Fun fact of the day. There you go. You could be a texture specialist. So if you're really into texture, then you could become the specialist and trainer within your salon, of course, or product manufacturer. And as a subspecialty, a curly hair specialist is going to focus on maintaining natural curl, which is a huge boom in our industry right now. Like, everyone's trying to go natural. So that is a good place to be. If you are into being a texture specialist, I strongly encourage you to direct your passion towards naturally curly hair, because it is awesome. Because curly girls, they take that stuff real seriously. They do. You could also be a hair cutting specialist. So after you develop your own unique way of cutting hair, of course, building upon the foundation of our Paul Mitchell cutting system, you would definitely want to continue to learn and train with other well-known hair cutters. So, check out Instagram, get on Plugged In, and look at the mentors, watch videos of the really amazing hair cutters out there, and watch their videos. Just try and soak up as much as you can. Don't go to their house. We are social distancing right now, so don't go to their house. Also, I think that would be creepy no matter what. So watch from home and comment and like and whatever it is that you got to do. The hearts on Instagram. Does that mean, is that like a thumbs up on Facebook? Or I don't know. Just do all those things and learn as much as you can from those videos, because they're amazing. You could be a salon trainer, which means that you would be hired by a product company or a large salon chain to work as their salon trainer. So training may range from technical training to management training to interpersonal skills, stuff like that. A lot of the chain salons are going to have these salon trainers that travel around to all their different salons and have little training workshops, which are awesome. And then also, whenever they onboard new people, meaning they hire people, those people have to go through a training program so that they learn the company's cutting systems and color systems and things like that. So a salon trainer is a solid job prospect. I'll be honest. If Paul Mitchell hadn't hired me, I was planning on being a salon trainer for my salon. And that was definitely going to happen if I didn't get the job at Paul Mitchell. But I did. So I'm here. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad because I don't really like travel that much. And then there's distributor sales consultant, also known as DSC. By no one. No one calls it that, which is fine. Maybe they do. I don't really talk to these people. And then there's distributor sales consultant, also known as DSC. So you might be hired by a distributorship to perform training on products, trends, techniques, all of that into the salons that they serve. So this would be from the actual distributor. So if you are working for JPMS, then you would go into Paul Mitchell Focus Salons and Paul Mitchell, what's the other word? Just Paul Mitchell Focus Salons. So if you worked for JPMS, you would be going into Paul Mitchell Focus Salons and teaching them about the different trends. You'd be showing them the new collections and stuff like that, which is really great. So I'm going to need us all to disregard this picture because I do not know what's happening in this. That's better. All right. So some more career paths. So you could be a manufacturer educator. So after you have mastered the company's product lines, you might be hired to train stylists and salon staff to use products successfully. You could be an artistic director. So this is going to be like your Robert Cromians, your Stephanie Kachelski, your Colin Caruso, your Noogie Ties. They're all artistic directors, which are amazing. So this position is going to establish the standard for a salon or a manufacturer's image. So we have them to thank for our particular image that we have and our particular style at Paul Mitchell, which is awesome. They're amazing. Oh, they're so good. Then there's the education director. So an education director is the liaison between a company's brand and the hairdresser. So they're leading that brand to stylist education. So it sets the company's standards by creating education that drives sales, of course. Then there's, cosmetology instructor. Ooh, who would that be? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. So, after you attain success in the salon, you might feel the call to share your knowledge with others. So, it's super important to actually, if you already feel that call, that's amazing. But you do need to get some experience in the salon first. How can you teach anybody to be successful if you haven't been successful yourself? You know what I mean? And that's what we look for at our educators, is not that old myth of those who can do and those who can't teach. We want the ones who can do and did so well that now this is how they want to elevate themselves, right? And that's how you should think about it if you want to become an instructor, which I strongly encourage because it's super fun. And I would love to have any of you as a coworker. It would be amazing. But in a few years, after you've gotten your experience and stuff. Then there's film, theatrical, or editorial stylist. So this one is what a lot of people dream of, right? So persistence, networking skills, reliability, great team spirit, and excellent attention to detail is going to help you along in get you better chances of landing a position of working behind the scenes at magazines or internet photo shoots or backstage on movies, TV sets, photo shoots, all these things. So this is such a cool part of our profession. The biggest thing about it is networking, always saying yes, and a little dash of luck, right? So if this is what you're wanting to do, then you need to get in with film students. You need to start talking to models. You need to start talking to photographers. You need to start networking with the people who are going to have a better chance of bumping into people who are going to be doing the big things. And then there is the creative director. So once you've established yourself as a successful hairdresser with 10 or more years of experience in all the facets of hairdressing, this position could be one that you're thinking of. So the creative director is kind of like a big deal. You know what I mean? They're kind of a big deal. Pretty great. So there are tons of different career paths within the salon management side of things. So after many years of experience, and a great deal of that is going to be as a stylist behind the chair, you may want to take the opportunity to manage the salon you work in. So that's where last week's chapter, the salon business, really comes into play. If you want to move up through your salon's ranks, then you're really going to need to know how the business works. Which is great, because we just went over it. So, mission accomplished. Though very diverse across the industry, in addition to the role of a stylist, the business manager will often serve as the salon manager, the inventory manager, the department head, salon educator, special events manager, assistant manager, and general manager. Basically, that's what your salon management is. So, it is doing all of those things. But sometimes you're going to be in a really large salon or something like that that's going to have individual people for each of these. So, keep an open mind, because it's going to vary a lot. There's going to be a ton of variation from salon to salon. So to ensure your success, it's going to be wise to enroll in business classes to learn more about managing products, departments, and above all, and most importantly, and most challenging, people. Hardest part of any job is the people. A good salon manager is going to have strong accounting and math skills. So, my homies who aren't great at math, get a calculator. You'll just get a get one of those watches with a calculator on it. And then you're good. You're gravy. You know what I mean? Totally fine. And no one's going to pop quiz you and be like, quick, what's 7 times 4? No one's going to do that. That's not what it takes to be a manager. You just got to know when to add and when to subtract, and when to hold them and when to fold them. And know when to walk away. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Okay. You're also going to need to understand marketing, advertising, and public relations. And you're going to need to be able to determine what needs to be done for the salon in order for it to be more profitable and just more successful. And you're going to have strong written and oral communication skills. So, as you can see, a career in cosmetology is going to offer limitless opportunities and a wide range of career options to choose from. You can make a substantial living as a beauty professional if you are dependable, ambitious, and willing to work hard and develop the technical skills and personal characteristics necessary to achieve success. Oh, speaking of, did you guys know that Paul Mitchell the School Dallas's mission statement is to develop technically strong professionals who have been given the skill set to be successful in the beauty industry? Dang. So that's all about technical skills and personal skills. Isn't that nice? So good. We're here for you. Your time here in cosmetology school is the perfect opportunity to develop and practice the positive behaviors that are necessary to be successful out in the salon world. So this includes things like doing your 2-minute plan, talking to your guests, practice that verbiage. So you guys can also be using this time in your house to practice this verbiage. Practice on your cat again. Remember how much he loved the PM Shine that we recommended? Just so good. Now it's time to talk to him about Take Home. We're going to practice some verbiage on you, Fluffy. Get ready. Buckle in. It's fine. So, practice this verbiage, because proper practice promotes perfect practice promotes perfect performance. Nailed it. Or is it proper? Is it proper or perfect? Proper practice promotes perfect performance. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. What's a peck of pickled peppers? And you want to be honest as you assess yourself and your current skill level, and be open to the feedback that you're going to receive from your instructors and in the future your salon managers, your trainers, all of that. Remember that this is the time for learning, and we very much want you to succeed. That is our only goal, is to do whatever it takes to help you guys succeed in this industry, because we've had so much fun in it, and we can't wait for you guys to have so much fun in our industry as well. See you next week.